Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Monday. Hope your weeks are off to a great start and then you had a terrific weekend. We're talking today about all kinds of updates in the landscape that is cryptocurrency. We're discussing Fuse Network and a new collaboration and a partnership that we're reporting on. REN Protocol is in the news as well, as is Yellow Block. We did a write-up about them. We're discussing VIDT, which is in the news here, and really kind of more at a macro level, the importance of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, which here, as Hackernoon suggests, is kind of overtaking DeFi, decentralized finance, NFTs that is, as the new hottest thing in blockchain as a major trend. We'll kind of even, pull back a little bit further and widen our perspective and discuss the idea of a safe haven in general, why gold performs as well as it does, why precious metals do well when the economy can be faltering. We'll also take a look at what exactly is a stablecoin here on decrypt.co. So guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, and cryptocurrency, that is our jam. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's kick things off here with a look at the markets. We're on CoinGecko.com. Right now you can see the market overall is up 0.9%. Let's make sure that is up to date with a refresh here. There you go. That's why I refreshed 1.4% right now. So we seem to be really here right at the start of an uptrend. It may be even higher by the time you watch right now. But as you can see, projects are up really along with the market, particularly Bitcoin, matching the market step for step, up 1.4% in these last 24 hours, $11,609.58 with a dominance of 58.3%. Total market cap sits at $368.7 billion. Here we have Fuse Network from a couple of days ago with this important update. We are pleased to announce our partnership with Corion platform. Using the Fuse product stack, Corion aims to launch a stablecoin wallet to reinforce the Corion stablecoin ecosystem. More details are below. You can read about that here on medium.com. Corion X and Fuse work together to bring wider adoption of stablecoins and decentralized finance. Corion X IEO enters closing round. Fuse start first public liquidity sale. And here, guys, we have another rapid fire update. Loong on Twitter, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but talking about all the updates and the exciting developments we have here over at REN Protocol. He is the CTO, the Chief Technical Officer over at REN Protocol, and he's discussing the importance of this update here at REN Protocol, tweeting here from a couple days ago, the 17th of October. REN VM has surpassed 1 billion USD in total volume, $1 billion US dollars. This also marks a huge milestone for the protocol's participants, with dark nodes capturing over 1 million USD in fees in under 5 months. Very impressive indeed. You can take a look at the command center here on mainnet.renproject.io. Some of these numbers, guys, are just stratospheric. You can see really relatively how low we were back in only June and July of this year. It's been a very impressive fall for REN Protocol, as you can see here, with a volume that is now, I'd say, significantly above $1 billion. 1 billion, so it's 1.031 billion, and that 0.31 usually doesn't sound like much, but in this case, it's $1.031 billion. Again, in terms of all digital assets. A very hearty congratulations and kudos to our friends over at REN Protocol. We have highlighted them going back months and months now to, I'd say, maybe early summer, perhaps spring, but we identified them as being a major contender in this new space that we have developing before us. So it's very gratifying to see the success that they're enjoying. Kudos once again. Here now is Yellow Block on Twitter at yellowblock_IO. A great article by Altcoin Buzz on how the tokenized world is being revolutionized by VIDT Datalink. Their NFT, and that's, as always, non-fungible token, allows people to tokenize luxury goods, company stocks, and a lot more, making it easy to prove ownership, authenticity, and to trade. You guys can take a look at the write-up here. This is sourced to Altcoin Buzz, but you can view it here on yellowblock.io as well as our website. VIDT Datalink enters the world of NFTs. This is significant for a couple of reasons, not only because of their partnership, their collaboration with IBM that we covered the other day. They are endeavoring to stamp out some of the problem areas of COVID using smart environment technology and using some novel approaches. This is also very significant because of non-fungible tokens, which, as we describe here, we've had ICOs, we've had IEOs, decentralized finance. DeFi has really been the talk of the town in 2020. But now, and this is all, kind of our impression overall, NFTs or non-fungible tokens have become the new buzzword in the blockchain space. Well, guys, NFTs are significant for so many reasons. And not only do you have the blockchain gaming space that is ultra significant, you have digital collectibles, which is a skyrocketing market, but you also have everyday goods, particularly luxury goods. So pictured here is a Rolex watch, for example, one of many, many examples that come to mind. But some of the work that VIDT is doing, you can read about it here, particularly relates to luxury goods. Not only that, but NFTs allow for the tokenization of intangibles such as company stocks and various social privileges here. Again, this is also available on our website here, but you can read our conclusion. In the arena of fraud and manipulation, the fraudsters are always looking for that elusive attack vector, a flaw in the system that they can exploit. Paper documents, as we all know, are copyable and PDFs can be copied. However, a unique fingerprint stored in a non-fungible token can hold documentation, scans of all features and markings, and a complete history of provenance. So it makes the physical item linked to the NFT, again, the non-fungible token, one of a kind and holds undeniable proof of its legitimacy. And again, in this context, VID is creating an impenetrable fortress around your data, files, and physical property. This is just the beginning, and I can see many further use cases coming to light in the near future. This, in many ways, is only just the beginning. The counterfeit and the black market around counterfeit goods on this planet is worth billions and billions of dollars, if not, I don't have a number off the top of my head, but at the very least, tens of billions of dollars. It's unbelievable. So in my opinion, and the opinion of analysts and techies here and people that are more knowledgeable about the space, we're really only in the first inning of this ball game when it comes to the authentication, the legitimization of some of these luxury goods, and again, some of those intangibles that I mentioned, like company stocks and other intangible assets. So VIDT Datalink doing pretty well on the day here. Ticker is VIDT. They're up 5.6%. Again, can't hurt to refresh just to see how things change. Now 5.2%, but nevertheless beating out the market on a pretty good day here. Market continues to rise, as you can see, 1.6% now. So this is kind of a segue story because we want to highlight the importance of NFTs. ARNKeyX here, thanks for the write-up, referring to Hackernoon, who had this to post, quote, "Why NFTs are overtaking DeFi as the hottest blockchain trend." Taking a look at the website here, we're going to go through this article on, again, hackernoon.com. Why non-fungible tokens are overtaking DeFi as the hottest blockchain trend. You guys are intelligent. You know that the term digital assets here can be applied in different settings. There's numerous possibilities, as the author writes here. The gaming industry is one of the top industry sectors, having the largest potential for the NFT space. And we've covered this before. Essentially, incorporating non-fungible tokens in the gaming industry means that you can use your characters, your skins, your equipment, and skills in one game inside of another game. So in other words, the different items in a game are transferable and usable in other games with the use of NFTs. But that's still only just scratching the surface. And ARKeyX is one of these platforms that I think has a broader perspective, that has a more macro vision of what can be done and the potential that exists within the NFT space. So their platform is the only one that currently provides all of this functionality, the multifaceted functionality of NFTs under one roof. ARKeyX synchronizes NFTs, DeFi, yield farming, and competitive community and team-based esports, driving the next revolution in the gaming industry. Recognizing the need for simplicity, ARKeyX has developed a seamless UX Ethereum-based platform they call GDEX, Decentralized Finance Gaming Platform Exchange. And along with the simplicity of use, the ARKeyX platform is highly advanced, built purely on innovation and the inspiration of CEO and founder JD Salbago. So here's the takeaway, guys. If you're a gamer, you're excited about non-fungible tokens. If you have kind of the broader perspective and you're looking at the logistics of the world, you're looking at the counterfeit market, you're looking at supply tracking and possibly authentication services, we're really, scratching the surface is not even an apt analogy because we're not even there yet. But this is kind of, again, the broader application, what we can kind of do with NFTs once we kind of iron out some of the wrinkles, and we're nearly there. So whether you're a gamer, whether you're looking at some of the broader applications, it's an exciting space to be in. And we invite you to peruse this article and browse it at your leisure. Check out the full thing. There are many more examples and instances of what exactly we can do with this technology for not only entertainment purposes, but really to make the world a safer and more secure space. Talking about safety, let's segue into this piece now, talking about safe havens in the form of precious metals. Crypto Potato asks, why do investors flock to gold during a time of recession? Okay, let's go through some quick numbers here. In 2001, at the start of the recession, gold was valued at $388 US per ounce. And when the recession ended a year later, gold saw its value more than double by 2007 in just a few short years, following which most countries experienced another longer recession, and gold dropped from about $1,178 to $876. But then, as the recession subsided, gold once again went on a meteoric rally and climbed to over $2,000 in 2011. So for many of you, this is not new information. We always make the comparison of gold being akin to Bitcoin rather being kind of more of a digital variation of gold in a sense, because Bitcoin is viewed by many less so as an asset, currently more as a safe haven bet. And that's largely really for millennia how people have viewed gold, because even during times of significant economic decline, gold has been known to maintain or improve its value better than most other assets, which is why many economists argue that every portfolio should contact at least a small portion of precious metals like gold. For example, during the 07 to 09 financial crisis, gold fell by a maximum of about 25%, whereas the FTSE 100 index dropped by about 48% and the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by about 50% at the same time. So you're looking at gold as an asset that lost about half of the value that those other indices did. So gold and other precious metals are often dubbed as being recession-proof. At least they're a hedge against monetary volatility or fiscal policies that you don't agree with. For example, if you don't agree, as I don't, with quantitative easing, with the mass printing of trillions of dollars by the Federal Reserve and other central banks, people use gold as a hedge against that. It has a relatively stable supply in the world. Right now, the total market cap of gold sits at about $8 or $9 trillion. And, look, the comparison has been made many times before on this channel as well as others. But for a lot of reasons, Bitcoin is viewed as an alternative to gold that is superior in a lot of ways. There are some ways that gold still serves its purpose, but, in other ways, for example, divisibility, for example, transport and ease of use. I guess that's a bit of more of a contentious point because not everybody's familiar or comfortable with using Bitcoin. But as far as being able to transfer payments using Bitcoin, I mean, there's absolutely no comparison. Can you imagine transferring $100 million worth of gold versus a similar amount in Bitcoin? I mean, that's just night and day. So for all these reasons, guys, you can find similar graphics and whatnot, infographics online. We're not going to dwell on this too much, but, for all these reasons, you are seeing these comparisons being drawn once again. And here's an important point to kind of leave things off on. As with Bitcoin, gold is bank run proof. So when the fiat economy struggles and both central and private banks are on the brink of collapse, there's always the risk of an event known as a bank run, which occurs when a large number of customers try to withdraw their funds over a short period of time. You may have seen this in your lifetime. You may have seen this recently, kind of in this pandemic era that we live in, depending on what country you live in. These are not unprecedented occurrences. They do occur in times of uncertainty, in times of upheaval, unfortunately, and in times of inflation and ultimately hyperinflation, of course. But you know what? I think I may surprise you guys and leave you with this thought. I think diversification is good. And I think allocating some of your net worth into, yes, not only cryptocurrency, classical indices, classical financial instruments, as well as a certain allocation in precious metals, gold, silver, is probably not a bad idea. And if that's something that you're not already doing, if you're hoarding up all your funds in Bitcoin, I would advise you maybe to take a look at precious metals, at least as, perhaps a hedge against the cryptocurrency market. Everything is kind of a hedge against everything else. That's how you have to look at these things. And diversification is a strategy with which you can rarely go wrong. So just my 2 cents. Certainly I'm more of a Bitcoin bull than I am a gold buff. I'm no Peter Schiff. In fact, I disagree with him when it comes to his opinion on Bitcoin, but a little bit of gold in your portfolio, maybe silver, other precious metals, that's not a bad thing. I'm not going to talk you out of that either. Guys, let me know if you've allocated some of your portfolio to gold or precious metals, and let me know your thoughts about the issue here in the comments below. Let's close things off today with this description of stable coins and how to use them, what some of the different examples are. We're here on decrypt.co. So once again, I think it's very likely that probably most of you, if not all of you, already are familiar with the idea of a stable coin. You may already already interact or use, for example, maybe a Tether, a USDT, or some of the other ones out there. But stablecoins are very simply cryptocurrencies that are backed by other forms of currencies or resources, generally fiat currencies. And there are all kinds of different stablecoins. There are centralized stablecoins such as I just mentioned, Tether, USDT, Gemini, Dollar, GUSD. Petro is probably not one that I have the most confidence in, but nevertheless, it exists. And talking about gold, talking about precious metals and traditional safe havens, there are in fact stable coins that are backed by gold. Cash Gold, for example, CACHE, Tether Gold, and Pax Gold as well. Algorithmic stable coins exist in the form of Terra, LUNA, Luna is the ticker, and Ampleforth, we talked about them the other day, of course. And then you have a rather extensive list of popular stablecoins. Those that are USD pegged are generally the most popular, but you also have the British pound pegged stablecoin, the BGBP, and others. And generally, as it's written here, like most digital assets, stablecoins are primarily used as a store of value and as a medium of exchange. They give traders temporary reprieve from the volatility when the market is tumbling and can be used in the rapidly growing world of decentralized finance for things like yield farming, lending, and liquidity provision. So these are some of the reasons that people use stablecoins. There are disadvantages here as well. If you're in something that's relatively stable, it's probably likely that you won't be able to capitalize on some of those major upside swings and some of the volatility that works in our favor. Nevertheless, guys, as always, there are new people coming into this space. There are likely new people watching this video for the first time that haven't necessarily been with the channel for very long at all. So we're always trying to introduce concepts and, maybe include some things that are a little bit more 101, but that are important to revisit nonetheless. So if you are in need of a quick run through on stablecoins, why they are important for this market, the different ones that are out there, and how you can use them to your advantage in this space, check out this article. We are very happy to link to it in the description below. And that about wraps it up for today, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, best of luck. If you choose to invest on this Monday, I wish you only fortune and prosperity. Stay safe out there, everybody. It's still a crazy world. What can I say? But do be safe, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. As always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.